Om Shanti. Good morning. 1st November 2020, Avyakt Murli, revised 11th April 1986 Murli. The title of the Avyakt Murli is The Way to Create the Portrait of Your Elevated Fortune. The way to create the portrait of your elevated fortune. Avyakt Babdada says, today, Babdada, the creator of fortune, he is the creator, is seeing the portraits of the elevated fortune of all the children. All of you have become fortunate. Avyakt Babdada says, all of you have become fortunate. But the sparkle of the portrait of fortune of each one is unique. When portraits are painted by artists, Baba says, when portraits are painted by artists, some portraits are valued at thousands of rupees, whereas others are ordinary. There are no takers for that. Here, to portray the fortune you have received from Bab Dada means to put it into your practical life. That is what Bab Dada means from the portrait. Means to portray the fortune means to put it into your practical life. It is in this that there is a difference. The creator of fortune has distributed the same fortune to everyone at the same time. But because the souls who make the portraits of their fortune are different, the portraits they make are seen to be number-wise. The speciality of portrait is revealed in the eyes and the smile. The value of a portrait is based on these two specialities. Similarly, here too, the portrait of fortune also has these two specialities. Eyes means the outlook of world benefit and mercy, and of benevolence towards those who have done harm. If your eyes have these specialities, then the portrait of your fortune is elevated. Please pay attention. Baba is saying eyes means the outlook of world benefit and mercy and of benevolence towards those who have done harm. Underline these words. Benevolence towards those who have done harm. If your eyes have these specialities, then the portrait of your fortune is elevated. The main things, Babdada says, the main things are the look, the smile, and the sparkle on your face. Visualize this. While listening, visualize. Do I have the look, the smile, and the sparkle on my face? This is the sparkle of remaining constantly content, of contentment and happiness. It is with these specialities that you constantly have a spiritual sparkle on your face. It is experienced as a spiritual smile. It is these two specialities that increase the value of the portrait. So this is what Baba was looking at today. Baba says, all of you have created the portraits of your fortune. The Father has given each of you a pen with which to draw your portrait. That pen is elevated consciousness and the knowledge of elevated actions. Pen is elevated consciousness and the knowledge of elevated actions with which we can draw our portrait. Elevated actions and elevated thoughts means an elevated consciousness. With the pen of this knowledge, each one of you souls is creating the portrait of your fortune, and you have already painted it. The portrait is already painted. The eyes and features have also been drawn. Now just the final touchings of completion and of becoming equal to the Father remain to be added. The Baba says, you have heard a lot of Murlis. Now become Murlidhars and constantly continue to dance and make others dance. With a flute, they are able to remove the poison from a snake. So become such a Murlidhar that no matter how bitter or harsh someone's nature and sanskars may be, you are able to control it. That is, you are able to liberate that one, make that soul dance and become cheerful. Baba says, imbibe the determination to go into the first division. Are you talking about something new? You are simply drawing a line over the line that you have drawn so many times. The line of the drama is already drawn. You are not even drawing a new line that you would have to wonder whether it will be straight or not. You are simply recreating the reward of every cycle that is already created, because this is the account of the fruit of actions. So what is new in that? This is something old. It is already accomplished. This is unshakable faith. This is called determination. This is known as being an image of tapasya. To have determination in every thought means tapasya. Acha, Bab Dada is the highest host and also the golden guest. He means you as the host and also as the guest. However, he is the golden guest. He is sparkling, is he not? You have seen many guests, but you have never seen the golden guest. You call on a chief guest to give thanks. So, Father Brahma became the host and gave signals, and as the guest is congratulating everyone. Bab Dada is seeing all the special souls especially decorated. The decoration of the divine virtues is making everyone look so good and beautiful. The crowns of light are sparkling so beautifully. Bab Dada that is Almighty God, is seeing the faces that are decorated with an imperishable decoration. Bap Dada is pleased to see this thought of the children filled with zeal and enthusiasm. Bap Dada has chosen all of you for all time. You have also selected Baba very firmly, have you not? The bracelet of a determined thought has now been fixed. Each one's thought of love from the heart reaches Bap Dada the fastest of all. Now this elevated bond will not become loose even in your thoughts. You have tied yourselves so firmly, have you not? For how many births have you made a promise? It is a firm promise of always being in relationship with Father, and it is guaranteed that you will be with Him constantly for 21 births. Be with Brahma Baba in different names, forms, and relationships. So you have so much happiness. Can you calculate it? No one who can calculate this has as yet emerged. Now always remain decorated as you are, always wear the crown, and always stay in spiritual pleasure while singing and laughing in happiness. All of you had a determined thought today, did you not? That you will become those who place your feet in Baba's footsteps. There the bride physically places her feet in the bridegroom's footsteps, but all of you are those who place your feet of your thought in the footsteps of the Father's thought. Whatever is the Father's thought is the children's thought. Have you had such a thought? Not a single step should be out of place, nowhere but in the Father's footsteps. Let every thought be powerful. Please pay attention. Let every thought be powerful. That is, place your feet in the Father's footsteps like the Father does. Acha. Do you always experience yourselves to be elevated Rajyogi souls? A Rajyogi means to be a king, ruler of all your physical organs. Be a king who controls the physical organs, not one who is controlled by your physical organs. Those who move along under the control of their physical organs are Praja Yogis, subjects, not Raj Yogis. Since you have received the knowledge that those physical organs are your workers and that you are their master, then as a master creator, you can never be influenced by the workers. No matter how much someone may try, Rajyogi souls always remain elevated. Baba Dada says, you now have to fill yourself with the sanskars of constantly ruling in this Rajyogi life. No matter what happens, always remember this title of yours. I am a Raj Yogi, I am a ruler, I am a king. You have the power of the Almighty authority. You have faith in Him and so you receive success as your right. A right is attained easily, it is not difficult. Every task is guaranteed successfully on the basis of all powers. Always have the spiritual intoxication that you are a soul seated on the heart throne. This spiritual intoxication will take you beyond all worries. If there isn't this spiritual intoxication, then there is nothing but worries. So always, Bapdada says, always maintain this intoxication. Be one who has received all blessings and continue to distribute blessings to everyone. Become complete and also make others complete. To make others, this means to give them the certificate for a seat in heaven, not a paper certificate, but a right. Acha. Bapdada says, you have become those who accumulate an income of multi-millions at every step, who are masters of the unlimited treasures. Do you experience such happiness? Today's world is deceitful. You have stepped away from the deceitful world. You do not have any attachments to the deceitful world, do you? To have connections for the sake of service is a different matter, but do not have any attachment in your mind. So always maintain the intoxication that you are not simple, you are not ordinary, you are extraordinary, you are elevated souls, and that you are always, underline the word always, loved by the Father. As is the Father, so are the children. Continue to place your steps in the Father's footsteps, that is, continue to follow, and you will become equal to the Father. This is the task of Brahmin life. Next point, Baba says, do you always consider yourself to be spiritual roses of the Father's spiritual garden? Roses are the most fragrant flowers. Rose water is used for so many purposes. In terms of color and beauty, roses are loved the most. So all of you are spiritual energy, spiritual roses, spreading spiritual fragrance which automatically attracts others. Everyone's attention is automatically drawn to it. So always keep this in your awareness, that I am an eternal rose of the eternal garden. I will never wilt. I will always be in full bloom. Such blooming spiritual roses always become instruments for service automatically. Continue to give everyone the fragrance of remembrance and of the powers and virtues. The Father Himself has come and prepared you flowers, and so you are such specially bloomed, loved, long lost and now found ones. Acha. Blessing. Bapdada is giving blessing. Please pay attention. May you become a knower of all secrets and remain constantly happy by knowing the secret of being detached and loving. May you become a knower of all secrets and remain constantly happy by knowing the secret of being detached and loving. Baba is explaining the children who know the secret of being detached and loving while living at home with their families are happy with themselves, and they also keep their families happy. Along with this, because they have true hearts, the Lord is also always pleased with them. Such children who are knowers of this secret and who remain constantly happy do not need to make anyone their advisor for themselves or for anyone else, because they can make their own correct decisions. So they do not need to make anyone their advisor, lawyer, or judge. So being detached and loving while at home, while at society, or while at office. Slogan: the blessings you receive from doing service are the basis of your good health. So, what is the basis of my good health? The blessings I receive from doing service, selfless service. Thank you, Baba. Shukriya, Baba. So today I, the soul, take the pledge that Baba, I will create a world-class portrait of my elevated fortune. To create a portrait means to put into practical life. Baba, I will make my fortune most elevated, and I will understand the secret of being detached and loving, and remain constantly happy in my family, in society, in my country, at my office, or wherever. Baba, I will receive the blessings by using my mind, intellect, and sanskars for selfless service, which is the basis of my good health. Thank you, Baba. Have a great day. Om Shanti.